Hi guys, welcome to IMS's YouTube channel. In today's video, we are comparing two of the best BMS courses in the country. BMS course offered by Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies and the BMS course offered by IIM Kozhikode. Shaheed Sukhdev, a very formidable brand in the country, formidable UG brand, and IMK, a formidable IIM postgraduate brand, entered into the undergraduate space. So it's a very interesting comparison of the two courses, but easily hands down two of the best BMS courses available in the country to you guys right after 12th. Okay. So what do they share? What are the commonalities between the two courses? Both of them have NEP aligned curriculum. So at both of these places, there is a possible exit after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or even an option to continue for 4 years to walk out of BMS with honors. Okay, so NEP aligned curriculum. Core business subjects, both of them are teaching. None of them are doing less justice or more justice to any of it. So accounting, marketing economics, OB, strategic management, corporate law, which you would anyway expect from a good general management course, is happening at both of these places. Internships, very important part of any course that you are doing. So SSCBS has its dedicated career development center, SCDC, and IMK, you don't really have to talk about placements. So they have a very good ecosystem of placements. So their cell is called care. Okay, so they have a care cell for their internship support. Interactive pedagogy right at the UG level, these brands are doing an excellent job of how they go about delivering the program. So case studies, empirical research, corporate presentations, practical simulations in both programs. Practical simulations are the most fun part of these courses. So there are a lot of real world games that the students play and learn out of that. Recruiter profile, very important. Remember that both of these are out and out UG courses, undergraduate courses, but still the courses are so good that there is there is a targeted recruitment for this particular thing. So SSCBS has been around for a long time and enjoys excellent placements. IMK has been around for a long time. The program has just started, so it started last year only. So that the exact placement numbers obviously will be out only after 3 years, after 2 more years rather, or 3 more years. But because IMK the brand that it is, we are sure it's going to do an excellent job at placements also. So yes, both target entry level roles in consulting, very important. This is something that even MBA grads want to get into, consulting. Investment banking, another, second most viable, second most role that is wide for at MBA level is investment banking. Data analytics, strategy, marketing, both of these institutes directly place you into those companies, into those roles right after graduation. So key differences, uh, we are going to talk about these parameters first on this slide. The governance, who is governing? DU is the parent body for Shaheed Sukhdev, established in 1987. So it's unmatched 35 years of legacy, 35 plus years of legacy rather. Degree duration is flexible, 3-year BMS, optional 4th year for honors and research if you wish to get into. Okay, campus obviously it is in New Delhi. So yes. For IIM Kozhikode, very important, this particular course does not happen at the flagship hilltop Kozhikode campus. It is happening in Kochi. This course is delivered at Kochi. So it's an autonomous institute of national importance. I don't really have to sell an IIM brand to you. You guys will probably know better than me. Established in 1996, BMS course was launched only last year, 25-26. So in fact, the first batch is just progressing into their second year, and the second batch is just going to enter or might have just entered the IIM Kozhikode campus. Here, the way they have designed the course, they have inherently designed the course to be a 4-year course. The dean of IMK has gone on record saying that somebody who completes 4 years will probably not even require a master's. Okay, so they are actually covering the first year MBA kind of subjects in the 4-year course. So we strongly recommend that if you are choosing IMK over anything else, you should plan for a 4-year graduation and not just walk out with a 3-year graduation to extract the maximum juice out of the program. Okay, you will be able to do appropriate justice to the program only if you stay there for the full 4 years. You obviously can exit after 3 years with a BMS degree. There is no compulsion that you have to do, but strongly recommended that if you are at IMK, you should complete the 4 years to take the maximum advantage, leverage the course most, leverage the brand most. Campus, as we discussed, it's in Kochi and not really in Kozhikode. So yes, another other points of difference rather, fees is something where Shaheed Sukhdev is absolutely unbeatable. Okay, because it's a central university. The fees is 75,000 to 78,000 for 3 years. Admission is through CUET UG exam. Okay, no interview. Seat intake 232 and specializations. After BMS course at Shaheed Sukhdev, you can specialize depending on the electives that you choose in finance, in marketing, in HR, or in global business. Okay. Apart from these specializations, DU also has a specific list of general electives. So if you get into the detailed course structure of the Shaheed Sukhdev's BMS course, you'll be able to make sense of what are these general electives. You'll also be able to see the options that are present for general electives. But these are broadly the specializations that students can walk out of with a BMS degree. So BMS with specialized in finance and marketing or HR. Whereas for IIM Kozhikode, the first parameter itself is a big, huge distinction. Okay, it is 28.5 lakhs for 4 years. The exam to get into IMK has their own exam as of now, IMK BMS admission test, or you can also go enter the campus through a JEE exam or SAT exam. What is also counted for is class 10th and 12th marks, and there is a PI also. Okay, so it's a little longer process, but it's a thorough process. 120 seats and specializations. IMK has very clearly said that you only specialize in general management, but it has some of the best, some of the most modern minors that any college offers. So they're calling it as stackable minors. You can stack one minor on the other. So there is a possibility of multiple minors also. Minimum you have to have one minor is what they have said. Maximum you can have more than one. So they have minors in artificial intelligence, machine learning, public policy, behavioral sciences, big data, liberal studies, marketing, and sales. So all of these are the currently the most cutting edge topics and cutting edge things to directly enter into the industry. So yes, the excellent, most modern options of studying these subjects at IMK. Now, program duration, this is something that I was telling you on the previous slide, that it's highly recommended that you stay for the full 4 years. I wanted to emphasize that point further. If you see at SSCBS, default it was 3-year course for a long time. Course started long back. Only when they implemented NEP, SSCBS introduced one extra layer of the 4th year because they have to implement NEP. So that's how the course has been. Okay, so core curriculum is in the 3 years. 4th year, the default path is graduate after 3 years and take placements. Optional extension for honors or the research tag. So either you do one full 7, 8, 9 months of internship, or you do research, stay in the college, work with some professors and get into a research thing, and then you earn your honors track. Whereas the course for IMK is designed, because it is such a new course, is designed for a 4-year duration. So native 4-year program, that's the big difference. This was native 3-year program. 40 credit interdisciplinary minor required, supervised research dissertation in year 4. Just supervised research dissertation. So core curriculum is for the first 2 years. Minors start in the 3rd year, and there is a research dissertation in the 4th year. So exiting after 3 years, exiting right after year, you will be able, you're actually not really extracting the most juice out of that particular program. So SSCBS, by default, it was a 3-year program, 4th year added as an extra layer. IMK by default is a 4-year native design, is what is making all the difference, and therefore the strong recommendation that if you are at K, you should choose to be there for the full 4 years. Primary value lies in the 4-year track, 40 credit interdisciplinary minor, whatever we've discussed on the previous slide, and a supervised research dissertation. Exiting after 3 years, you are not really, going to make a lot of it. Anyway, most students after these things will plan for their postgraduate. If you're planning post-graduation anywhere outside India, 16 years of education is also required. Okay, so the 4th year will also, come in handy in that case. Comparative placements. Now, placements are actually an unfair battle because SSCBS has been around for a long time, but it's an out and out UG brand. IMK has been around for a long time, out and out PG brand, but the UG course has just started. So, it's not really apple to apple comparison, but just to give you an idea of what kind of placements happen at K, even at MBA level. See, the ecosystem is going to be common. The care thing that we discussed at earlier is going to be common. So it's not going to make a lot of difference. The brand value that K has in the market has. Okay, so even the UG students are going to enjoy the fruits of that. But SSCBS right after graduation at the UG level has highest CTC of 28 and average CTC of 11 or to 11.5 LP. Almost a lakh per month right after graduation is unbeatable. And this is after the 3 years, okay, mind you. This has what has been for years now, for decades now rather, at SSCBS BMS course. Tuition fee is 75,000 rupees. It's actually peanuts in front of the fees of IMK. So top sectors, consulting. Almost 50% of placements happen in consulting. Even at institutes like IMK, IMC, IML, students die for these kind of jobs. Students die to work into these kind of companies, the companies that come at SSCBS for their consulting. Okay. For K, it's a postgraduate course. So again, these figures are for the MBA batch, so not an apple to apple comparison. But if you see the average placements, 28 lakhs is the average placement for their MBA batch. For the BMS batch, you probably can understand and reduce that proportionately. But I don't think it is going to go even maybe probably come closer to this, or maybe slightly on the higher side. I don't think it is going to go as low as maybe 10 lakhs or 11 lakhs. So IMK definitely has a much better brand in the industry. 20 lakhs is the average placement at IMK sorry, 20 lakhs is the tuition fee. This was the average placements, 28 lakhs. Sorry. Yeah. So fees versus the placement, definitely Shaheed Sukhdev wins hands down. But yes, consulting 32% placement, but the placement also happens for finance, tech, and FMCG. Having said that, these are postgraduate students. Quite a few of them will be also with WorkX and all of that. So all those factors are there. So with those factors keeping in mind, you have to proportionately reduce these numbers in your head. But because it's IMK, it is safe to say that placements are not going to be bad. At worst, they'll be decent. They'll be average. It's definitely not going to be bad. Okay. So SSCBS, the BMS, top domestic offers 28 lakhs, average 11. Top 10 to 20% earn 18 to 20 lakhs per annum. Arguably the highest placement ROI amongst UG business degrees in India. As a college, imagine running a college and offering two of the best courses in the country. BMS is one course, the other course is BBA FIA. Okay, that's for another video. But BBA FIA is one of the best courses in finance, and they have similar placements. So if you understand of the Shaheed Sukhdev College as an ecosystem, it is an unbeatable brand in the country, I would say, probably in Asia also. Okay, so therefore it's a lot of benefit. There is a lot of leverage to be just present at the campus in one of the two courses. Top recruiters at SSCBS, I told you most of the placements happen in the consulting wing. The best names in the consulting, McKinsey, BCG, Bain, the three of the topmost guys at consulting. DE Shaw, Accenture, Wells Fargo, EY, etc. At IMK, McKinsey, BCG, Bain, similar names, but at postgraduate MBA level, remember, not for the BMS level yet. Morgan Stanley, Microsoft, Amazon, HUL, Flipkart. So, brand wise, I don't think there is much to choose. Both of them are excellent in their own rights. Okay, it's just about which course is a better fit for you as a student. So top roles that happen, we've discussed this. Consulting is the biggest, takes the biggest pie of the cake. Junior analyst, business analyst, associate. There are options in finance markets also, and analytics and operations also. For IMK, again, consulting, finance, general management, and tech also is a big area for the placements at IMK. Again, once more, I am drawing your attention. These IMK figures are for their MBA batch. This is for the UG batch. So the entire IMK perspective of placement is only to give you slight idea of what's the kind of placement, what are the kind of roles, what are the kind of companies that do come to the campus for their MBA thing. We have to proportionately understand with a grain of salt of what will happen for their bachelor's course. So yes, you will take BMS at SSCBS if you are an ROI focused candidate. Top ranked management qualification at fractional of a cost. Future MBA planners work for 2-3 years post graduation and then pursue an MBA, saving capital for the higher studies. Exam merit seekers excel in CUET, selection purely on written merit, absolutely no interview. So if you're somebody who's very good at written exams, not as good in PI, probably this will be easier to get into. Delhi factor, of course, because it enjoys the entire access to Delhi, immediate access to corporate headquarters, consulting firms, financial institutions. Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, all of them are stone throw away from DU. So yeah, these are the factors why you should choose Shaheed Sukhdev. Why, if at all, if go to IMK, very very important. The best part about IMK is IIM. Okay. So IIM brand seekers secure an institute of national importance. So IIM brand obviously is going to be with you for the rest of your life if you choose to get into it. So yes, tech management enthusiast, combine business with AI, ML, big data, psychology. This is what we discussed at the very beginning. Some of the best minor options are present at IIM Kozhikode, including tech. So that is something that is very, very modern, very contemporary. Financially flexible families should choose for IMK because the cost is a substantial factor. And holistic evaluators. If you're somebody who thrives in a written exam, you have been a consistent performer in your 12th, in your 10th, in your 12th, probably your entrance exams, and you are very good with your PI also, you will be able to, only then you will be able to crack the entire process of IMK and secure a seat. So yeah, these are just some of the factors. Obviously, these are not the only factors, but just some of the factors that should probably help you decide which course do you really want to get into. But both are excellent top-notch courses in their own right. So definitely, if you are somebody who's preparing for these exams, as of now, you don't really have to break your head of exactly where would I want to go to. You should try for both, convert both, and then probably be spoiled for choice of where do I now go. So I hope, yes, you convert both of these courses. You enjoy the process of converting these courses. Till then, all the best.